Previously on Heroes and Hotdogs. Finally out in open water, the wizard, the monk, the cleric, and their warforged goblin companion headed east. Oh, also, I guess, and Flopsy, the rabbit,
That's right.
headed east towards the closest other island marked on their map. They get clear skies all day and travel most of the day in their rowboat, making slow but steady progress. They see land ahead and make for it, hoping to camp for the night somewhere out of the open ocean. They pass a large pod of dolphins on their way, but decided to give them a wide berth just in case they happen to capsize their little dinghy. They made it to the island, which is not actually an island at all, but a man-made floating workshop nearly a mile across. Consisting of mostly beach and jungle undergrowth, there is a single large building in the center of the area. As they disembark, they see what appears to be crucified-looking scarecrows meant to deter someone or something. On the beachhead, they see two tiny clockwork armies fighting one another in an endless war. The group attempts to get the two armies to stop fighting one another, but the two leaders, Captain Sevens and Robert the Fearless, fail to see reason and go back to their little war. They do tell the group, however, that the name of their floating island is called 1153, based on the broken sign paired with the broken clock that reads "Welcome to," and the clock being stuck at 1153. They are also told about the artificer Guerin, who made them and everything else on the island, but died a long time ago, but they don't remember how long ago exactly. The party goes up to the workshop, navigating a puzzle involving a bee queen that sent a swarm of mechanical bees with saw blades after them. From there, they went into a room with a giant pit with a human child crying out for help at the bottom. They refused to help him and left him there and proceeded to the next room where two animated suits of armor challenged them to a game of dodgeball using a sphere of annihilation. Refusing to play by the rules, since if the sphere touched anyone, they would die, they instead distracted the animated armor and launched the sphere directly at them, hitting both at once, disintegrating both of them. They made their way into the main workshop room, and there they saw a broken teleportation circle and a pile of ashes with a pair of spectacles on them. The wizard poked around in the ashes a bit and located a bronze intricate sphere that could be turned in different directions. He fiddled with it. He fiddled around with it and had some of his magical powers and memories replaced with new ones. But this device imbued the user with knowledge and access to a new form of magic, but at a cost. The new form of magic was more physical and hands-on than most and involved crafting and tinkering. The wizard, now also an artificer, was given a vision of a floating clockwork city in the sky that was manufacturing old-style warforged en masse. The cleric had found a mechanical bird that was giving him endless amusement until it flew away. The wizard looked out the window after it and saw a legendary phoenix flying past overhead. One of its feathers fell off, and the wizard kept it and put it in his cap, where he knew of their mythical powers of wish magic. Our heroes bedded down for the evening in the sleeping quarters of the workshop, wondering what other new and exciting locations they would find along their journey. All right, and also, you guys already did a long rest, I'm pretty sure. Do you guys even use any spells last time? I don't think you guys did. Or took any
I don't think we
damage?
actually did anything that would affect our stats page.
Did we? We didn't even technically go into combat.
No, you didn't. Yeah. Okay. All right. So I can delay your long rest then, and it's not a big deal. All right. So I need Nomad to roll an investigation check for me.
Okay.
So there you go.
It's a great image. I love it.
Oh wait, I want to see it.
I tried to match the
Oh
height
yeah, there
numbers
you
up
go.
appropriately.
Yeah.
And the rabbit's off screen.
He's at the pound, not the precinct.
Oh dear.
Okay, so let's see here. Yep. Okay, so I'm supposed to do investigation. Well, I haven't done this in a while. Let's see.
Investigation is a +5 for you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Is it 12? That's fine.
12.
Okay. As long as you're not garbage, you can use your eyeballs. So, as you guys are kind of getting settled around and kind of, are kind of getting ready for the night, you're still poking around a bit the workshop because, there's quite a bit of things that you think will probably be useful to you in this area, especially with your newfound knowledge and skill sets.
Mm-hmm.
So searching around the room, you discover a pair of goggles, along with a clockwork gauntlet with a large purple gem inlaid into it. So do you wish to pick up these things?
Yes, I think I do. So, the goggles. Okay, so
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna pick up the goggles and I'm gonna look at them for a second. Do they look like they'd fit?
Yeah, they have an adjustable strap on the back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do I have some sort of detect something or other that I can learn about them or not? I'm trying to think what I have here. Okay, so I do have
Detect magic. That's an area, I believe, effect. Yeah, it's a 30 feet radius. It's not just a single item.
And what is it? Oh, and it's a ritual.
You have identify. This identifies an object.
Oh,
They're goggles.
Mm-hmm. So you can identify
no,
for
I just
an item.
I just want to use my knowledge, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah,
I
that's
have
fine.
this. I forget what it's called. Something artificer's lore. It gives me extra.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
Oh,
You gave it
he's
to
already
me.
making use of it.
Okay, I don't know what that is, but all right.
Whenever you make an intelligence history check related to magic items, alchemical objects, or technological devices, you can add twice the proficiency bonus.
That's really broad.
Okay. Yeah, that's a lot of things. Okay.
So I think twice my proficiency bonus is 2, so I get to add 2 twice.
That's 4. Math's fun. Yeah.
Right.
Oh,
So I get 7 then.
No, look at the bottom. Look at the bottom. You have a proficiency in magic, alchemical, and tech.
Okay, there you go.
It popped it in. Wow. Go D&D Beyond. That's a skill that nobody else has. They actually added a skill for you. Dang. Okay. You have a +7. Nice. Okay, yeah. So roll D20 +7 then. That's nice. I don't need to like pick a skill. It has one.
Juicy.
Hold
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, definitely everybody have to bear with it a little bit as we kind of like figure out Artificer a bit. It's not that's bad. Yeah, it's not a official 100% class yet, and it's a lot of making stuff up. So just bear with us a bit. We're trying to figure out all the roles for that.
And by the way, Trevor, I was just listening to something, and there's one item that they're gonna change. They already know they're gonna change. So I'll talk to you about it later.
Okay.
Because I forget what it's called, but it was something that you were actually thinking of using on level 5 or something. So.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. So we got to talk about that. Just to make sure.
Okay, that's fine.
Anyway.
I mean, I can always add it back if I need to. Yeah. All right. Yeah, you get a 9. They're goggles.
Okay, I'm gonna put the goggles on and see if anything happens.
Yeah. No, nothing happens. They appear to be
that's fine.
like welding goggles, basically.
Okay, good.
Eyes are protected.
And they and on the right hand side, it has a little like lever you can push down, and it like changes like the magnification on one of them. So you can like zoom in like there's like 3 different levels you can zoom in basically for like more minute work.
Oh, cool. Okay. So wait. So I'm gonna experiment with them. So can I see things close up? Is it like a microscope or a telescope? Is what I'm trying to figure out.
It's for close up work. Yeah.
Okay, so close up work. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't remember that convex, concave, whatever. Yeah.
It's like the jewelers have that one lens that lets them see.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's like the gem cutters things are like expecting like diamonds and stuff. Yeah, like one of those kind of things.
Okay.
Yeah. So you put them on?
Yeah, sure. I'm gonna put them on.
Yeah. Nothing magical happens.
Nothing magical happens. Okay, that's fine.
But they're pretty cool.
They're cool. Yeah. And okay, so you said there's a clockwork gauntlet, something or other.
Yep.
Okay.
You gonna get that too?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. All right. So you put on the gauntlet, and it full like Iron Man suits like changes to your arm, and like it kind of like the gears kind of like whirl and whiz, and it kind of like transforms a bit because it was made for a larger person, but it shrinks down. Just fine.
Hey, you making fun of me?
Yeah.
Well, a little bit. And roll a perception check for me.
Ooh.
Okay, hold on. Perception is 0. Okay.
I hope this is to see if he notices that it's happening.
17.
Okay. That's good. So when as you put on this gauntlet and it's changing to your side, and then it it affixes to your arm, and the gem on the which is mounted on like the back of the hand area, basically.
Mhm.
It turns on. It begins to glow, basically. And then you hear an audible click, and the click came from to the side of you by a bookcase. And that bookcase contains various displays of creature skeletons of mostly small like things like like rats and little like tiny pseudo dragons and whatnot.
Any books?
Not on this display case, no.
No.
This is a shelf that seems to be just for displays of various like skeletons.
Dead animals.
Dead animals, yeah. At least this section is, yeah.
Okay.
But that's where the click came from.
Click. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to walk over to the bookshelf
Mhm.
and look around and see if I see any clicky thing.
All right, what are you doing specifically?
I'm looking at each row and seeing if I see anything that's out of place or is making clicking noises.
Nope.
What if I take the gauntlet off and put it back on again, or doesn't it let me take it off?
It lets you take it off. Yeah, it's not affixed to your arm permanently.
Okay, so I put it back, and I put it back on. Does it click again?
Yep.
But I can't. Where's it coming from?
It's hard to pinpoint specifically. It's almost like behind the bookcase.
Oh, it's one of those. Okay, so I'm going to look around and see if I see any any levers that might be supposed to be pulled, or maybe. Yeah, that's what I try first.
Okay. Roll perception. Or sorry, investigation.
14.
Nope.
Okay, so
No levers.
Okay, I'm going to just give the little bookcase a little push in case it's like one of those like things that Batman has.
Nope. Doesn't move.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to look at the dead animals, the skeletons, and I think sure, why not? I'm going to start picking them up one at a time and looking at them.
Okay. Yep, there are quite a few animals in here.
Okay.
And yeah, you pick up a bunch of them, and you kind of like turn them around. They don't seem to be, none of them seem to be tied to like a lever or something. They just seem to be actual displays.
Well.
Quick question.
Hmm?
Would I have the supplies to begin basket weaving? Or begin weaving a basket, I guess.
I will come back to you on that. Not currently, but they are in the room.
Actually, so he should be looking around now, right?
Okay, actually, yeah. Here, I'll jump to you guys. Why not? Yeah, sure. I'll jump to the next thing while you're doing this. Basically, you guys also notice in the room there is a lot of stuff in the room. First of all, this is a fairly cluttered room. There's a lot of like pieces and parts everywhere, and a lot of tools everywhere. It appears that the person who lived here previously was good at a lot of things. Like there's maps and there's like pots and like stew and there's like there's like bulbs that have been like glass blown and like there's like little bits of like jewelry everywhere. So you all can pick up any tool you wish. So I'm gonna list off a bunch of tools, and you can let me know which of these tools you wish to grab.
Is this for all three?
My goodness.
Is this all three of us or those two?
No, it's everybody. Everybody in the room can do this. And I'll let you each grab two if you wish.
Oh, are you going to write this list? Because I don't know if I'll be able to remember.
Here, actually, yeah, I will put the
Copy,
list
paste.
in Discord because it's a pretty long list. And you guys can select which ones you want.
Oh, I see.
Oh, is this
There's a
just
lot.
the basic tools that we're allowed to choose from?
Yeah.
Okay.
I believe so.
And you don't gain proficiencies in them when you get them, but you do have them available. So if you had a proficiency, for instance, possibly, or want to get one in the future for a tool, it'd be a good idea to grab it. Like for instance, I do not believe. Finnegan, you have the proficiency for cooked utensils, but I do not believe that you have any on you.
For the life of me, I can't remember what I brought. I have something, but I'm not finding it. I've forgotten entirely.
So on the bottom left of your sheet, there is a tool section.
Oh, I do have
and
cooked utensils.
No, that's your proficiencies.
Oh,
That lists
I-
what you're
I
proficient
see.
in, not what you have.
What do
You
I?
have in your equipment tab on the right hand
I
side.
guess I just don't have a kit or anything then.
Nope.
Oh well, all right.
You don't come with them. So
So I have proficiency in alchemist supplies, and there's. Let me go back to the list.
Weaving.
So I'm gonna take the alchemist.
okay. You should be able to just do manage equipment and then add it to your inventory.
Okay.
Type in alchemist.
And then let's see. I already have.
So, I
thieves and
guess
tinkers, I think.
I'm kind of
So you want-
inclined.
You
Go
want
ahead.
the weaver's one. You want the weaver's tools.
Who does?
Weaver wants the weaver's tools.
Right. Okay. That's what I thought.
Weaver?
The thing about that is, don't I have those actually built in?
No, you you have weavers with an apostrophe tool because you are a weaver.
You own some tools, but they do not happen to be weaving tools.
So I
You have
have
weavers.
Weaver's tools, but I don't have Weaver's tools. Is what you're
Yes.
saying?
Yes.
You have like a bunch of socket wrenches where you need basket weaving. Whatever.
I did not
Okay.
realize when I named them weaver's tools that there were actual
That is a
weaver's
good-
tools.
That is pretty
Uh,
good.
That is.
You've got to realize that also by having the title of basket weaver, Weaver's tools is still applicable.
So
Yeah.
did it? I cannot remember, but did he get the name Weaver because he likes weaving?
No,
he
no,
didn't, right? It was
did
this
not.
other.
That's
Right.
all
There's a
just-
lot of weird connections that just happened to go together.
That is bizarre.
Yeah. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing.
That works.
And you guys can look up it'll be useful for you guys to look up what your tools actually do, because this is on you, by the way, for if you want to use your tools to help you out. Your tools will give you advantage on skill checks if you're able to use the tool for that check, right? So if you're doing a hand check to pickpocket somebody and you have thieves tools, you get advantage on that check, right? If you're doing looking around, do like a nature check, or looking for like medicinal herbs, right? You can use your herbalism kit for that, and you get advantage on it. Okay, so that's on you guys to figure out when that's applicable or not, and you can ask me if that works or not. That's fine, but that's on you to keep track of that. I won't do that.
So I think it's a good idea that Weaver maybe gets the medicinal, or what was it? The herb? What was it? Herb? What was
It's the herbalism kit.
Just because doesn't Weaver? Don't you? Why did I say that? Oh, because don't you do medical kind of stuff?
Yeah.
Can't remember now.
he's the cleric, so I mean, yeah, technically.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of
Uh,
scrolling through
maybe.
things.
Yeah. I already have thieves' tools and
Also,
tinker's tools.
I feel like he's gonna get the
just so you
painter's
guys know.
tools because he wants to paint stuff. Yeah, you already have a bunch of stuff.
Wait,
so,
me? I'm not
but-
gonna get the painter's tools. I have other
No?
means of stuff. Baskets.
Okay. Yeah. Where's the weaver tool?
I just,
Weaver.
although I do already have paint.
Also, some of the tools have out of combat actual functionalities that you can actually just do the thing. Like for instance, with the cobbler tools, you can repair shoes, and which means that your party can go an extra 2 hours of traveling without exhaustion. Because usually you hit 8 hours and you go past 8 hours of being up, and if you travel longer than that, you get exhaustion, which is you get
Are
negative
you sure
effects.
that's what you get for the tool or for the tool
Mhm.
proficiency?
Well, the proficiency is for when you have skill checks, but you have the tools, you can do that thing, basically.
Oh, okay. Because one of the things, carpenter tools looked really cool, but I think it's the proficiency in carpenter's tools because it gives you knowledge of like doors when they're gonna creak or floors when they're gonna creak, and you can use the tools to hammer to hammer a door closed so people can't get in and stuff like that. I thought that sounded pretty cool. But I think that's only if, I don't know, I thought that was only if you're proficient in the tool.
Let me double check something.
Because I thought the idea was you couldn't even use the tool. No, you can use the tool
You
if you're
can.
proficient, but you don't get the extra bonus for it or something, right?
Yeah. Hold on, let me just check something real quick. There's no rule for it. Cool.
So-
Okay.
Cool, yeah.
I would say that it wouldn't. You'd have a lesser chance basically. Then it wouldn't be an instance success. I'd probably have you roll for it, right? But you if you don't have proficiency, you can do what like the inherent property of that thing, like with the alchemist applies. You can just straight up start a fire. And but I'll make you roll against that if you don't have proficiency basically. So there'll be a roll if you don't have proficiency.
So we can select 2, you say?
Yeah, 2. Yep.
Can we say 1 and not disclose the other to the other party members?
You can just DM me. That's fine.
Yeah,
You don't need to say it out loud in general, like that, and you guys need to.
Okay.
Right, but we might overlap.
Also,
I guess it's okay.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. Actually, also just add it to your sheet. Basically, you don't even need to tell me. You can just add it.
Okay.
Since like I don't actually need to know, like,
okay.
right? Like, since I'm not gonna keep tabs on it anyways. So
So how would I add this to my sheet?
Go to
Manage
equipment, and then manage equipment on the little right red button, and then you type it in and then add it.
All right, I've added mine.
Okay.
I will only be taking 1.
You sure?
Oh, take a second one just for kicks, right? I mean, you could always give it to somebody else if whatever, right?
Wow, the accusatory tone, mister.
Well,
If
I'm
you
just
don't-
thinking
if you got-
Marcus, right? I mean,
Marcus is here. He can grab his own.
If you
oh,
have an extra slot, get like a gaming set or a musical instrument.
I was thinking about that. Yeah.
Like you can get, and there's like a bunch of instruments you can grab too.
oh yeah, there's a whole big like bagpipes was one, right?
Yeah.
Although
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to.
Let me play your bagpipe, baby.
Yeah. That's how it sounds. Oh dear. I mean, it's not inaccurate. So.
So,
Uh,
sounds more like me wheezing.
but if you have a musical tool, you can identify music if you hear it being played. It's interesting.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, one of my proficiencies is not present in this list. I guess I'll take the other thing I am technically
What do you-
proficient in.
What is it you're proficient in? That's.
And this one?
I have cooks, disguise, and navigation.
Oh, I didn't put disguise down there, did I? No.
No,
Unavailable.
it's not on the list, so I'm not
Nope.
getting it.
No, he
I'll
didn't have
take-
it.
I'll take a navigator's kit as well.
Okay.
Yeah, so several of us will have the navigator.
That's
Which
fine.
we're gonna be in the boat a lot, so that's probably a good thing, right?
Oh, that's what you thought. Dun dun. I don't know.
Ah!
Well, maybe we won't be on a boat route, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Navigation never hurts, you know?
Yeah. I think navigation tools work out of the boat too. Don't they? Navigation tools.
Oh yeah, I was waiting till we got to actual D&D to ask. What, like, how tough are my gloves?
Oh, your new gloves? I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
because like,
What do you mean tough?
because, like they can, I can hold anything, but like, can they take repeated hammer blows? Are they
You don't know.
themselves? I don't want to break them.
Go find out. Go punch something real hard. See what happens.
Hey Marcus.
Ah! Well, that wasn't very nice.
I guess I'll
Constantly
just-
that. All right, you guys got your
I'll
tools.
just use them as oven mitts in the meantime then.
So I
Uh,
forget where we put this again. It's under equipment, right?
Mm-hmm.
Equipment and manage
Add
equipment.
items.
Add
and
items.
Add items.
And then type it in, and then you should pop up.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, this dude was like super good at a lot of things.
Ooh,
Uh,
by taking careful measurements, I can determine my position on a nautical chart and the time of day. Hey, the
Ooh.
sun's up there! It's afternoon! We're 10 feet from the dock!
Book.
So I'm gonna also take the carpenter's tools just because we might need to repair something. So I thought it might be a good thing to have.
Okay. Yeah, Marcus is gonna get those too because he's the bosun.
Oh, good.
Actually, I should add those to him. He's actually officially in charge of fixing boats.
Oh, right.
I
Oh,
hope
maybe
he's
I don't
good
want
at
to
it.
get them then. Maybe I should
can.
get some.
I mean, whatever. I mean, you can do it. I mean, if you have like a large gash in your
Well,
boat, you both could do it.
We
I
could
mean,
both do it. Yeah.
that's always
true.
helpful, right?
Well, it's interesting. The woodcarver's tools helps you craft arrows.
Yep.
Does anybody have arrows?
No.
I mean, does anybody have a bow that they would use arrows with?
No,
I think
I
most people
punched.
have a bow, you just don't use it very often. I think that because Marcus has a gun
Oh,
that he
geez.
uses instead, so
Alright, so
I
maybe
mean,
it's not that useful.
the gun that never hits.
Right.
Which I think is wonderfully canonical, considering that guns are very new in this universe and they just are garbage.
Yeah,
Is that
he's
right?
effectively got like a flintlock pistol, or isn't it a
Yeah,
revolver though?
It's like, cause like early like firearms were not good. Like,
Oh yeah, yeah. Even today, brand new firearms aren't that good.
All right. So, anyways, so you're, yeah, Nomad, you're moving stuff around and fiddling with the bookcase. What are you,
Okay, so
what else are you doing?
okay, so oh, gosh. I don't know what the gauntlet does yet, do I?
No.
Do something.
Okay, so I'm
punch
gonna
him.
take
hold on. I need there's another description. Sorry. There is also golden weave built into the thumb and middle finger of the gauntlet.
A what weave?
Golden weave, as in like into like the there's
Oh,
the
decorative.
gauntlet is basically a cloth glove that around it has all this mechanicalized stuff. So like the cloth portion around your fingers, the middle and thumb have golden fabric weaved into it. Here's the actual gold, like golden thread.
Okay, so let's see here. I think it's okay. So I'm going to cast Identify on the gauntlet.
Okay. Let me pull that up real quick. Identify.
I can read it if you want.
That's okay. If it's magic items, you learn its properties and how to use them, and you learn how to use them. Okay. Okay, so this is an artificer's gauntlet, and there are 2 spells linked into it. The strongest by far appears to be attached to the thumb and middle finger, which appears to be tied to portal magic, and is tied to another realm.
Oh, great! Maybe I don't want to just use this randomly.
No, just try it out on a book.
And the secondary one is a more localized form of magic and is tied to the bookcase. It is the entire hand portion of the glove is magically attuned to the bookcase. It appears that if you move, hold on, let me just make sure you get to know how this works, right?
And how to use them, yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's kind of a bummer. All right, that's if you wave your hand, the bookcase will open for you. Basically, is what
I
you
was
were
gonna
learning
try
here.
that anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if you snap your fingers with your thumb and middle finger, you can open up a small portal, and you can reach inside of it and pull things out.
Oh, just random things?
It's linked there. Yeah, you'll see.
Yeah, okay. All right. Okay, so I'm going to first of all I'm going to tell my buddies here, hey guys, I'm going to try doing this strange thing that I just discovered with this gauntlet. I'm going to try to move this bookcase and see what happens. So you might want to look out in case something bad happens. Are you guys ready?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna wave my hand over the bookcase.
Use the force, Luke.
Yes.
No. Okay, yeah. You wave your hand left to right, and the bookcase moves left to right, and it slides off to the side, and there is a door there.
Okay, isn't a door with a doorknob?
It just like it pushes. There's no doorknob because it wouldn't fit behind the bookcase.
Oh, so you just push it. Okay, I'm going to push the door.
Okay. You push open the door. and you see there appears to be a little pocket dimension, but not little because it's ginormous. You see a ginormous scrapyard as far as you can see. The air is shimmering around the edges, and there is little bits of scrap falling from the sky into a different pile every once in a while.
Scrap falling. Okay, so
Yeah.
like Warehouse 13 or something.
Yeah, or like it's
Haven't
like
heard that name in a
the
while.
Yeah.
the planet in Thor Ragnarok that he falls onto and trash always ends up there, right?
Oh. Oh, so does it look more garbagey or useful stuff?
I mean, it's both. I mean, there's like sheet metal and there's like entire like mechanicalized devices, and then there's just like a pile of giant pile of screws, and then there's just like broken down stuff here and there. There's like circuits and wire, just a whole bunch of wires coiled up and all. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff, both useful and non-useful.
Okay, so Nomad's going to run around and start throwing it up in the air like it's gold and say, oh, "This is so cool, guys! You gotta come see this. It is just so wonderful."
Okay, so first of all, you weren't inside yet. You had.
Oh, I'm walking inside. Okay.
You walk inside, and
Okay.
there's no air.
Oh, there's no air, so I can't breathe.
You can't breathe.
Okay, I'm
Oh.
gonna run back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so can I actually go and hold my breath?
I mean, yeah, you can go in and hold your breath
Okay.
if you wish. Yeah.
Go and hold my breath and touch a few
Little-
things and just see
little
if it
no-
lets me pick it up.
Little gnome lungs that can't hold a lot of oxygen.
Yeah.
No.
I mean,
So it's a 30
so,
seconds or a minute or something.
yeah,
whatever.
the door opens onto a walkway that is overlooking this area, and it's a good way down. You have to climb a ladder to get down, which is a good like 50 feet or so. I mean, you can do it, but like it's a bit of a trek. It's
While
appears
holding
to
my
be
breath.
like this appears to be a bit of like a tower that's separated intentionally at a height that's not going to get hit by any falling scrap. Pretty much. So it's off to the it's pretty high up and off the side. So it's separate a bit. So you'd have to travel down in there in order to get there.
Okay.
So
This isn't hooked up to the Gauntlet's portal that it reaches into, right?
it is.
So, okay, so I'm looking at it. I'm going to snap my fingers and see what happens.
Okay. A little tear appears in the universe, and you put your hand in it. What are you thinking about?
Oh, I'm thinking about cookies.
Okay. You pull your hand out, and there are not cookies.
Oh,
I didn't think it could be that easy. Okay, well, you asked me what I was thinking
Yeah.
about.
No, that's
Hey.
fine.
Okay.
think about something you can see in the scrap pile.
Oh, good idea. Thank you. So I'm okay, what do I see in the scrap pile that I can detect, that I can...
I mean,
Identify.
just probably the closest thing to you is a giant pile of grandfather clocks. There's just-
Grandmother
Uh-huh.
or grandfather?
Both. We're very progressive here. I don't know.
Okay, so I'm going to look at one of the grandfather clocks and think about it. I'm going to reach my hand in.
Okay. Yeah, you pull out an entire grandfather clock.
Is it the same grandfather clock I was just looking at?
Yeah. Is the
this-
door is the door still open?
Yeah, the door's open, and
Okay.
I was
yeah.
kind of looking at it.
and
going,
yeah. It gets sucked up into the sky.
What gets sucked up in the sky?
The
Oh,
clock.
the
yeah.
one I'm looking at, and now,
Mhm.
but it
And
appears
it comes out of your portal.
interesting. Okay. So
We have
this
a
is
lot of
just a,
teleportation in this game,
yeah, we do.
The dimensional fabric is very weak all over.
right? Oh, this is gonna be problematic eventually for the universe.
If
but
Warhammer
whatever.
taught me anything, demons are going to be happening soon.
And what happens if we use that satchel of whatever it was called at the same time that we're using this?
Well,
Yeah,
don't
don't do
read-
that.
Don't read the
sounds like a
glove
really
into the.
I
Bad.
mean, if you want to destroy the universe, feel free. If you feel like you've had enough of this world. Nomad
Quick,
gets drunk
okay.
one night and just destroys the universe.
Quick, do it. The DM can go be a parent for 6 months and then come back.
Okay, so I've got a problem. I'm trying to think of how can I use this because I don't know what's in the warehouse, we'll call it, without going
don't
and
you have
looking.
some sort of looking eye, some sort of magic bit?
What's that?
don't you have like? Can't you? Can that hawk you summon? Does it need to breathe? It does
Yeah.
need air. It does need air to
Yeah.
fly.
Yeah, and to fly too. Yes.
Okay.
That's a good point to think about that. It
Well,
needs
what-
air to fly.
I'm thinking this would be very useful that I could have all these parts and things to build things with, but not if I don't. If I have to think about what it is first, how would I remember what's in? So do I just start?
I guess you just
looking
kind of
and-
hope.
Gotta guess.
Oh, I see. That's
Yeah.
okay. So okay.
What
so
you don't know is that Trev has meticulously cataloged the entire scrap.
Where-
head.
525,000 screws, 295,000 bolts.
okay. Okay. So.
Yeah.
So.
So
I'm,
the way this is your room of requirements, basically, right? This is you reach in and pull out a thing you need, and I determine whether or not it's there or not, basically.
Oh, I see.
And that's it. Because I'm not gonna give you a catalog of parts. That's gonna be a waste of time.
Oh
right?
yeah, it would be. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
but
I
this
have
is
a
for you
question.
to build things, basically. Yeah. What's your question?
Did he actually walk into there?
Yes.
Okay.
I know,
Is he
you
the
don't
only
need to
one
breathe.
capable? And yeah, you're
Try
right.
it.
Weaver doesn't have to breathe.
There's Marcus.
Oh, Marcus
gonna-
doesn't need to breathe yet anymore, does he?
Nope.
He is also a Warforg.
How good your memory? Oh, no, it wouldn't matter. It's not like he actually knows what's in there.
What?
Okay, what
I
were
mean,
you thinking?
You could ask.
Weaver?
I was just saying that I could probably go in.
You could.
Maybe
I had
go
an
door
idea.
behind them.
Weaver, go in there, and I'm gonna think about you and see if I can pull you out of the portal.
Can he fit? Oh.
Let's play
Alright.
with this a little bit.
So
Okay, so you're
Weaver's
going
gonna
in-
back up to the far wall and just run as fast as he can.
God. Okay. Okay. You
Wait,
bounce
this-
off the door. It doesn't let you in, and you get shot so fast back the other direction.
Oh,
And
so
you-
maybe I
I
need to have.
expected
you
that.
make a cartoonish imprint in the wall.
With a boing or something like that, a cartoon
Like
boing.
you just go full Bugs Bunny and just you just go back into the wall and there's an imprint of your body in the wall now.
The fun thing is, that was my plan.
Oh.
I meant to do that.
So I can go in, but he can't.
You have the gauntlet.
Yeah. Okay. So. Okay.
I guess
so
if you want the interior cataloged or looked at or anything, you gotta hand it over to the goblin or the metal dude.
yeah, but we don't want to make the DM have to catalog it. So I think maybe that's a bad idea.
I mean,
What?
really, you just kind of hope it's there. You think about it and you
Yeah,
snap
yeah.
your fingers.
Yeah, and hope for the best, right? Yeah, I understand.
Yes.
I'm also remember it was a very, 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 very large area. I mean, like piles
It would
of
take
scrap and trash
days,
went like
days,
yeah,
yeah.
as far as the eye could see. Like it was just
Mhm.
like this tremendous amount of stuff, and it's
Oh,
coming in. You know, it's also being added constantly as well.
Is it all metal stuff, or is
No.
it like there's some wooden things and things like that in there?
Yeah, there's like a lumber section. Yeah, like
Okay.
not like a lot. It's mostly like nuts, bolts, screws, cogs, and like wheels and like old
Gears and
refrigerators.
stuff, okay.
Not refrigerators, but you know what I mean. Like, it's mostly like, yeah, it's like if you went like to like the dump and there's like a giant pile of like appliances, right? That's pretty much what you're looking
Okay,
at.
so I'm going to think about a wagon wheel and reach my hand in and see what happens.
Yeah, you get a wagon wheel.
Okay, I just want to see what the capability of this is, because wagon wheel is pretty. I mean, that could be very useful if we had a wagon in it. Got a flat tire.
Yeah.
Can you get? Hey, think about a boat oar.
That's what I was just thinking about. Okay, so what about a boat oar, a rowing boat oar?
Nope.
Think about a plank of wood.
Yeah, like a 100-foot long plank of wood.
No, I'm thinking like a boat oar sized piece of wood.
Oh, yeah, that's right. So I'm just gonna think of a plank of wood that's about 8 foot long or something like that.
Yeah, you can get that.
Oh, okay. So I can get parts
Yeah.
that I can make other stuff with. Okay, I'm gonna think
And
about
apparently grandfather clocks.
yeah,
Well,
no,
yeah.
and also clocks. Yes, I'm gonna think about a. I'm gonna think
Hey,
about
what time
a.
does it say on the clock he pulled out?
Yeah, what time was it? Yeah, is it working? Yeah, is it?
It's 11:53.
Ah,
Ow!
I'm going to reach
Can
my
I
hand
walk
in and think about a a sword.
A sword?
A sword.
Nope.
Okay, I didn't think so, but I just wanted to see its capabilities. How about a hammer?
Nope.
No hammer.
Nope.
Okay, so no
I think-
tools, but more
Hey,
parts.
Nomad.
Okay. Yes.
How
an
about
idea?
seeing if there's a hammer head?
Okay, okay, I'm reaching in for a hammerhead.
Yep.
And how about a hammer handle?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, a hammer handle is just a piece of wood. I mean, it's a small piece of wood. So yeah, sure. I mean,
Okay.
So yes, I think we've established there are parts present. If they're connected to anything, it might just be an accident.
And of course, grandfather clocks.
Yes, possibly some fully constructed items too.
Possibly. Yeah. What about a what was I gonna say? What about a pencil?
nope.
And what about a
What about a
what do
quill
they
and
call
some
this?
ink?
Yeah.
Nope. No quill, but you do have a bit of ink.
Oh,
Okay. I already have some ink, but you know.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, what about
can you put stuff in the scrapyard?
yeah, can we what do we pull out? A wagon wheel? Can I put the wagon wheel back in? Oh no, it's a how does I snap my fingers, right? That's how I do it?
Yeah. You gonna
Can
put it
I-
back in? Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, a hole pops up. You gonna pop it, put it, push it through?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. It goes in.
Okay, and now I'm gonna try to pull it back out again.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna put it back.
Okay.
Can you put Weaver in there?
That sounds a little dangerous.
And then is he stuck in there? Do you have to somehow get the door open?
I don't think I want to try that.
Also,
I don't think Weaver would volunteer either. But I know
also,
you.
I think you're
I
right.
I believe our friendly clockwork buds could be the type of sort to be categorizing these things for us. They don't need to breathe, and
Yeah.
they're small enough you could put them in comfortably.
Oh, we could give him that as a task.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, interesting thought
I mean, for all you know, that was their task before.
Well,
to categorize.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we'll have to ask them if we can remember.
Okay.
Okay, you don't want to waste too much time on this. I think I think you got the idea.
I also want you to abuse the crap out of it because this is intended as a.
Oh, you do? Okay.
No, I
Deus Ex Machina
don't.
for
I
small
don't want you to
don't.
abuse the crap out of it.
Oh.
Okay.
Because this is intended specifically so you can build things for your spells, basically.
Okay.
And we can explain away how you get random pieces of things.
Okay.
This isn't intended to be your primary storage either, right? That's what the satchel is for still. So just be aware of that. But
Okay,
you can put like if you find things like pieces of things, you can put that in there if you want. But this is a scrapyard, right? This is just a
Okay.
scrapyard. I wouldn't if I were you, I wouldn't entrust anything precious in there,
Okay.
right?
But
You
if
can
I
get
wanted to
buried in
build
stuff.
some super cool blah blah blah, you're not going to let me do it, right? I mean, you're not going to say, "Well, I want to build a
I think if it
10-foot
requires a
tall
unique
monster."
part,
Yeah,
What's that?
I'll let you do it.
oh, it'll take you a while to build, but I
Yeah,
guess
it'll take you a long time, and I'll give you a bunch of
Right.
rolls because that's more of a can you mentally create a giant robot, right? Like, do you have this like the
Well,
intelligence
you have to have
do that?
you have to have skill, intelligence, a plan,
Yeah.
and time,
Yeah.
and the tools to do stuff with, right? So you
Yeah.
got to have a whole bunch of stuff to make it happen.
Yep.
But you
So-
don't necessarily need the raw material.
And it might not work.
So I
That's
guess
right,
if
why
you
not
had you had your own little space in a larger boat, we are presumably to acquire at some point.
Mhm.
You know, your
Mhm.
little workshop.
And so something else I was gonna ask. Oh, is there? Okay, so I want to reach in and see if I can reach in for some. Oh, what would it be considered? Potions of any kind of potion. So I probably got to be specific, right?
In general, you need to be specific. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, what about a vial of acid?
Nope.
Okay,
What?
that's good.
No.
So just to see what kinds of things you can access there. Okay.
Yeah. It's pretty much just physical materials, and it's mostly component parts.
Okay.
So it's not going to include like too many liquids. Like the ink was like kind of an exception to the rule because it's kind of a component part of things. But it appears there isn't like a lot of specialty items there either. It's a lot of basic components. There's just a lot of them. So you're not gonna be able to reach in, and pull out like a circuit board, necessarily, right? Like you need to like build that yourself.
Well, yeah. Is there even electricity in this world?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, there's lightning magic even. So I mean,
Well,
like you can, you can power things with it. Yeah.
Is there batteries?
Yeah.
Huh.
They're not the same kind of thing, but
more of a Benjamin Franklin battery than a Duracell.
I'm not a sponsor of D&D. No.
Duracell and Duracell batteries.
But yeah, you can. I mean, they're pretty large. Like they're like the size of like a fire extinguisher probably. They're these big honking things. But yeah, you can have remote power for things if you need to.
Okay.
I mean, in general, electricity doesn't work in D&D like it would work in the real world because
well, that's what you have magic for.
Right. So you have a lot of magically powered things, but they harness electrical magic rather than actual electricity. So you don't need to connect them in the same way all the time. So it's a different kind of way to do things, basically. So.
All right.
So, hold on a second. Let me just check something real quick. Also, you got a pretty high investigation check, didn't you? Or was that the other roll?
I think he got high rolls.
Okay.
I got a really low on something, but I don't remember what it
Yeah,
was
I don't remember
now.
what that was anymore. Yeah.
I think the investigation was the first one. That was a 7 plus 5.
He got low on remembering to breathe.
Everybody give me an investigation check. If you're all looking around for stuff still.
I can never remember my...
I got a 24.
Dang. Okay.
14.
I got a 12.
All right, no fines. So, Nomad, you locate a handheld little Vox recorder that appears to be marked as number 127. And there's like little like buttons on it to like for like playback and record and whatnot.
You found a gosh dang, I don't know.
A voice recorder, right? Okay. What's Vox? As in
Audio.
Audio.
yeah. Okay.
Vox means voice.
Yeah.
I learned that because it's common to use that in old stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so you want me to test it out? I mean, or are you gonna keep going with something?
No, I doubt that was it. You can use it or not.
Oh, I see. Okay.
You got the thing that I want to buy, but I don't have $100.
There is a play button and there is a record button and like a rewind button, basically.
I mean, would any of our characters really know what a play button even is?
Well, okay.
Well, we'll learn.
Yeah, there's 3 buttons.
Okay.
One shaped like a triangle, one is 2 lines, and another is a square. Or
I sure hope there aren't any that are circular and red, because that would be a bad one to press.
Man, I like triangles. Press the triangle.
Yeah. Okay. Actually, I'm gonna press the triangle. See what it says. See if it does anything.
It's static.
Static. Oh, listen to that. It's static. This is some form of magic.
This sounds like my dreams.
Okay, so I'm gonna hand it to Finnegan.
Oh.
And see what Finnegan wants to do with it.
Okay. There are 3 buttons. One has been pressed already and create static.
Oh, is it still staticking? There's 2 more buttons. Hold on. I pressed the 3rd button.
Oh.
3rd button.
Okay.
Well, not because it was a 3, but because it was odd.
So there's one with arrows pointing to the left, a circle, and a triangle. And the triangles.
Oh, are there more than 3 buttons? How many buttons are? How many buttons
those are the
total?
3. Those are the 3 buttons.
Oh, I pressed the 2nd button then. It was whichever one the 2nd one is.
Okay. It makes a whirling noise, and then it clicks, and then the other button presses itself automatically, and it begins to play. And you hear, sorry, all previous research has been destroyed. I was hoping to get to the island and find a way to destroy the crystal based on my research on the topic over the last, it has been far too long now. I have been at sea for over a year now. I never was fond of water. I was hoping the slow and non-magical form of travel wouldn't give me away, but I fear they may find me soon. I have been seeing searchlights in the distance at night. I dare not say anything about harnessing the power of the crystal or what I was to do with it, but I will say, for anyone who finds this, however slim a chance that may be, concentrated direct beams of sunlight nullifies the effects of the crystal temporarily, making it safe to handle. It creates a bubble around it that will last quite a while. I worry that, and then something else comes over, interrupts him. Master, intruders on the southern side. A sea ship has dropped 20 clicks at our 4 o'clock. And then the first voice says, Sevens, get all the automatons to the beachhead and prepare for a fight. War is coming. Aye, aye, sir. Blasted, where did I put my energy cannon I was working on? I swear I left it. And then another voice comes over that says, looking for these. This is hard to do. I'm sorry. It's hard to keep all these voices.
We might have to have you post this because it's a lot.
I know. There's a lot going on. I know. I need to have my voice for it. This is difficult.
You should have just pre-recorded it, honestly.
I probably should have. Sorry. And then the first voice says, Ghana, how did you do that? How did you get in here? And then the new voice says, we took a deep ship from the north and cut a hole in your ceiling. You didn't think we would actually fight you head on, did you? Get back here. You can't run away this time. Then you hear an explosion and a scream. And then you hear, well, shit. That was far more powerful than I'd expected. Oh, well. Goodbye, Goerin. And thank you for the lovely toy. And then you hear static.
So this is where the ashes of Guerin, where they came from.
Mayhaps. Is there a hole in the ceiling?
Not in this room.
Oh, okay. You guys, wait, hold on. Let me. Here, let's get a button press sound effect. Where's the stop button? Yeah, I have a VHS. VHS? Yeah, that's what this is called. With an easy reach. Cassette player, even.
Ah, okay.
VCR.
VCR player, yeah.
Well, yeah, no, not the VCR player's over on the other side of the room.
Oh.
I need to work on my
doesn't
voices.
work.
It's difficult. I need to. I don't know.
I wish
mean,
I
if
knew
it-
how to do voices.
I know it's like I'll get it down beforehand. Like I'll check beforehand, then I just can't do it actually like for real. And it's just
If
like
it weren't for spoilers, I could help you with any of this.
because the last voice was definitely female, which was definitely not clear at all. Yeah.
I'm just gonna look around. Are there more of these Vox recorders? This was number 127. Are there like a 126 and 120?
Nope.
No.
But
One.
the first few lines of the recorder did say, all previous research has been destroyed.
Oh, I forgot about that.
So,
Right.
yeah. I apologize. I need.
Well, it's just hard to remember all of it.
Yeah. So gist of it, Guerin said that all previous research had been destroyed. He was looking for a way to destroy the crystal based on his research and notes. And he set off over a year ago on this floating island to try and navigate with a non-magical form of transportation at a slow pace to try and not be spotted, basically.
Mhm.
And he believed that they were coming to get him soon. And said, for anyone who finds this, concentrated direct beams of sunlight nullifies the effect of the crystal temporarily, making it safe to handle.
I got gloves.
Yeah, there's that too. But he didn't know that necessarily. Even though they're his gloves, but he didn't try it.
The crystals would be the crystals that we charge, right? Or no, the ones that we're hunting, right?
You don't know?
Okay, well, I guess really the
Probably.
question is it the little orb thing that we were playing with earlier, or no?
No, that's not a crystal. No.
Okay.
Nope.
Okay, so it's telling us how to.
Hey, Nomad, think of a Vox recorder and reach in with the glove.
Yeah, sure. I'm gonna try it. Why
I
not?
mean, I know what it'll be, but you know.
Nope, nothing.
Okay. You
And
never know.
also, the person who killed Guerin was called Zagana, and she located his energy cannon and used it on him.
All right. Okay, so my thought is that this Zagana person probably has one of these crystals, and I think one of our missions is to get the crystal, right?
Right?
Right? Sorry.
I'll be a move.
Yeah, you are.
It's okay. No,
It's all right.
I gotta work on. I need to get Zagana's voice down because I actually will have her speak again eventually. I'm pretty sure. So I need to get her like down because she's supposed to have like a almost like a French thing going. It's like, you know what I mean? I need to get that. We took a deep sip from the north. That's not French. No, this is like something else. I don't know what accent this is. This is Nilfgaardian, which doesn't help you
Greetings,
at all.
It's a
comrade.
fantasy accent. Whee!
It's an accent I picked up from listening to The Witcher. It's just the southern Nilfgaardian accent, which is interesting, and I started to pick up on. But anyways,
Do we have any history knowledge of Zagana?
roll history check. I mean, y'all don't remember very much.
Right, but you said sometimes we remember things that
That's
aren't
the wrong
about
guy.
us, but-
And I believe that one of y'all has a special thing for lore, causing me no amount of trouble.
Oh.
Good God! And he rolled a natural 20.
Oh,
Okay.
Not only do I know where the information is,
I know her in person.
You know who this is. Okay, hang on.
that's my mom.
yeah.
Mommy? Okay. Hold on. I need to pull up my information. I didn't plan on telling you this today, so
Well, of course you don't have to tell us. It's only
no,
if it's
it's he knows it. It's fine.
okay. Okay.
I just need to find my note on it. It's located in a different portion of my notes. Where? Come on. Where did I put you?
You know what? Before you start saying anything, I'm gonna pull you
Mhm.
aside for a second. I'm 600
Okay.
years old and I haven't been alive in the past anything. So this person would have to be 600 years old.
Yeah, that's true. Well, well, that makes things difficult in general for all of your history checks, because like, how would you know who to talk to for
That's
stuff?
true.
This is problematic in general. Yeah, I don't know.
Should we ignore it?
I mean, yeah, we'll just go with it, and I'll just go off your rolls. I can't dictate that too much, otherwise you'll know nothing ever, and that's kind of unfair, right?
Okay.
Like you can't use your history, and that's kind of jacked up. We'll have to find a way to explain that.
All right.
I don't know.
I'll go ahead and just drag us back then.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Hello.
Hello. I can't find my notes on this. Why is this not? Yeah. Sorry.
That's right. So Diggory is not here right now. I don't think.
Okay. Come on. There it is. There it is. There it is. No. No. There it is.
I'm back high.
Okay, we haven't done anything.
You missed
Oh.
everything. We won.
Oh. I'll take the
Okay.
credit, thank you.
All right. I need to actually put this stupid link in my notes where it was supposed to be all along. I don't know why it was missing. There. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, Weaver, you know that Zagana is also known as Zagana Prime, and she is the leader of the Simic Combine, which is over in.
Didn't know we're playing Stellaris.
Surprise!
It's over in, where's my notes on this? I apologize. In Balkreath, which is a largely underwater continent. Oh, there's my note on it right there.
Is it on the map?
Okay. Jeez, squeezed in the wrong place. Yeah, it's on the map. Balkreath's on the map. It's on the far left.
I can't get the map to work. When I zoom out, it doesn't show me the whole thing.
I think he cropped it.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
cropped.
oh,
It-
he's
and
cropped.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
I just give you a section there for roll 20. You
Okay.
have to use
So
the
what's
actual
it?
map there.
So okay, so what's the name of the place she's from?
Balkreath.
Can
What
you
was her
spell it?
name?
Hold on. I'm gonna get her spelling real quick. Make sure I have it right. It's Zegana, Zegana. Zegana Prime, which is her title.
Mm-hmm. From?
Balkreath.
Spell it.
Balkreath. That's the infamous underwater continent.
So,
Boy, howdy, does she sound like she's crazy?
what is it that Weaver knows about her other than the name and where she's from? Like,
And
does he
she's-
know
she's the-
positive, negative?
She's a member of the Simic Combine,
What's that?
and the Simic Combine are biomancers, and biomancers are a very specific kind of wizard. They focus on like hybridization, like combining species, as well as combining themselves with gene splicing and whatnot. Basically, specifically, they are hybrids of elves and merfolk.
All right, let me
and-
just grab this and
I
go
took the
over-
Naga.
Not like the Naga, because the Naga are just straight up
I know.
just eight people. These are humanoid, like mostly humanoid, but they have like fins sometimes, or tentacles, or like shells or something. And they do a lot of dabbling with like gene splicing and hybridization with other species in order to create what is commonly referred to as like abominations, essentially. This is not looked at well upon by the wizarding world or by the world in general. They're a rogue faction of Balkreath, and they are not a good one.
Either way,
Wait,
I have
what?
added that to my list of allies because that sounds like a common goal.
Interesting. Okay. All right. Yeah, but yeah, that's what
Even
you
though I might be
know
wrong.
about her, because she's been around for a while. They've also partially, I mean, because she's an elf hybrid, and elves live forever, so she's been around for a long, several hundred years. So, also that explains our problem we had. Yeah.
Was that a
Yeah, that's
coincidence or was that?
I just thought of that. So.
Ah,
What are you
Good.
talking about now? It explains our problem. What?
About no, don't worry about it.
Oh,
he told me
your
that for-
your guys.
our side, yeah.
there was
yeah.
an issue. I pulled them aside.
Okay,
and
got it.
Yeah.
It's solved.
Yeah, it's solved. We're good. But yeah, that is who was here. Basically, is this woman, this wizard.
So Weaver, you would think that this woman is an ally for you, but
But he didn't say that out loud. I mean,
okay.
he hasn't shared anything actually with anybody technically.
Oh, okay. All right.
Well, I will say the name of the person and where they're from. So,
Okay.
I've heard the name Zagana Prime from Balkreath, I believe. could be an ally in the future because they tend to combine things, which is sort of like what I do. I want to make everybody better.
But isn't that a different, isn't that a conflict with Ames' goal that he has set for us?
How would it be a conflict?
Well, it sounds like that you make everybody better, but this, what was the guy's name? The bad guy's name?
The Deep Echo.
Deep Echo? Is that what his name was? He wants to force everybody to be combined, right? That's the.
No, he wants just Warforged, nothing else.
Oh.
Kill all the biologicals.
Oh.
Here's the bad guy from Ratchet and Clank 2.
Oh, interesting. Okay. So so Weaver, tell me, what is it that you do that is similar to this
Dr.
Zagana?
Ferrio, that's his name.
Well, when people are injured, like if they lose a limb or maybe if they have some form of organ failure, I can create a new one and improve them through machinery.
Oh, I see. But this person doesn't use machinery, though. It uses some other form, right? Like gene splicing and
It's
stuff.
different, but it's similar. So instead of replacing somebody's arm with a robotic arm, maybe they would do it with an elf arm. I don't know.
Or maybe they
Or
are
maybe they
creating
can
a
grow
whole-
new arms. Just
Or maybe they're creating a whole race of an army race or something to take over the world. We just don't know, right?
I would have to actually meet them to find out if their goals truly align, but their means sound similar.
Okay.
So at this point, I can't really say anything wrong.
Okay.
So that's all I had before you guys went to bed. Basically, I just wanted to get that in before your long rest. 'Cause you guys were,
okay.
yeah. You know, I mean, because I wanted to,
Right.
because just to make sure. So because you guys were going to be bedding down for the night. That was your intended goal. And I don't want to go too far because then you're going to go into exhaustion, and we don't want to deal with that, right? So your guys' purpose was to bed down for the night. So I don't want to do too much with you guys necessarily, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Just so you know, is there more to discover in the room that we're in?
I mean, there's a lot of stuff. I mean, you found all those different tools. That was mostly what this room is. It's a bunch of tools basically, and a bunch of workstations. There's not a lot of there's a bit of scrap and parts flying around, but it appears that most of it was probably stored in the scrapyard. So it's a lot of these stations are kept very clean. They haven't been used in a little while. They don't have a lot of extra stuff by them. Like the alchemist one had some stuff lying around, and so did like the tinkerer's thing.
Is there things there that we should be that we would care about that we wouldn't just get out of the warehouse? Is what I'm trying to figure out.
It doesn't appear so. No.
Oh, okay. And the teleportation device, there was some sort of a teleportation thing that was.
There is a teleportation circle that is broken. Yes.
Is it fixable?
Do you know how to repair teleportation rings?
I don't know. Do I?
I
don't even know what one is. So.
This guy doesn't know.
You can
Nomad know anything about teleportation?
roll an Arcana history check, which would be just Arcana, I guess. Does it qualify for your +7?
Yeah.
Might.
I'll read the.
Magic items, alchemical objects, or technological devices. It has. Yeah. Okay. I'll give you. Okay. Yeah. I'll give you the +7 for it. Go ahead and roll.
Okay. So, but I also have to have time and the stuff to do it with.
Just because you know how to do it doesn't mean you can do it.
Right. Okay. But first of all, find out if I know how to do it. Right.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying. Okay. So I need to do. Ooh, 24.
Okay, so you know about magical teleportation circles. They're
Please tell me.
no, you know the end. I know, yeah. That's the big D&D thing. I don't know, D-man. What do I know, right? Like it's just.
That's right. I mean,
Right,
that's a legit thing to ask, right?
Yeah. Teleportation circles are used as a way to have a fixed point of teleportation, so you always appear in the exact same spot each time. because teleportation is a bit finicky, and you'll pair like in a broad area usually, and it requires a tremendous amount of magic to actually do a normal teleportation spell, and takes a long time. Whereas the circles can be done instantaneously, which is why they're preferred for like the mages guilds and whatnot, for transporting around the world to get places quickly.
Sounds like Black Mesa, badass.
So the idea is that how does it determine where you're going to end up?
There's a one-to-one connection. So this goes to a paired teleportation circle. It goes to one singular one. And
it's like a wormhole.
Yeah, it has a friend basically. They come in pairs. They're made at the same time. And you know that in order to fix this one, you have to know the coordinates basically, to write and inscribe on the circle itself. So if you know what that is, you could fix it, but otherwise you're just writing down random symbols and it doesn't mean anything.
You have to know the coordinates of the pair of the okay, which I don't. So
you have to know the Stargate thing to punch in, right?
Yeah, there you go. Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we have somebody who can determine the coordinates here, aka a navigator?
Well, you'd have to know somebody on the island that would.
It's not the coordinates of like the map coordinates. It's the magical coordinates, which is similar. It goes off of it's like if you had your latitude, longitude, basically, but there's like a magical version of that. And it goes through. It accounts for like all the different planes of the universe too. So it's like super complicated.
The short story is no, we can't.
Basically, you're like a middle schooler at math, and this is like NASA.
NASA math, right?
I mean, that's just true.
That's just true in real life, yeah. So if you had, but you do know that if you had, the actual coordinates, you could probably fix it and write it in. It's not a complicated process. Once it's been created, if you just copy paste it, basically, you write it down, and if you do it to calculate it, you have no idea how to do that.
Is that the only thing that's broken with the teleportation circle? Is the coordinates?
Well, it's physically broken.
Yeah. Okay.
So circle itself is like there's stones missing and broken and shattered, and you need to replace the stones, which isn't a big deal, but you would need to inscribe the correct runes on them, and if you got them wrong and you used it, it would probably kill you. So.
Right.
Hey, Goblin, come here. Go through.
Now. He's gonna you just shove into random portals now. That's gonna be great.
He's the most likely to not die, and is also the least important.
That's wow. Flopsy has priority over Marcus. That's harsh.
It's harsh.
Hey, I can't pet Marcus.
You haven't tried yet, have you?
I refuse.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to write down the message in case we decide to use that recorder for something else at some point.
Okay, that's fine. Do you want me to give you the transcript?
Yeah, why don't you do that at some point, just so we have it.
I can send it to you real quick. I have it written down. So
pin it or something.
Yeah. Do y'all want this or no?
What? I totally missed what the question was.
Do you want the I'm gonna post it, whatever.
The Vox, what the Vox message
post
was.
up the Vox message for you guys.
You're still talking about the teleporter.
Yeah, that's a dead end.
I need to fix this. That's not. Should be italicized. Double do that, and then do that, and then do this, and that should be formatting. Right? There we go. Okay.
I'm gonna put the Voxcaster back on a shelf or something though, because I don't need it.
The Vox.
I'm gonna pick it up.
Okay. Oh, well then give it to the short kid, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't have a magic item for this. Like to give you physically. But you can write it as a note, and I will make one eventually, and remind me later in the week or whatever.
Okay. I can just add it as equipment if that's better for you.
Yeah, you have to manually write it yourself. But yeah.
Whatever. Okay.
Doesn't have any special abilities. It's
as long as I have it written down. Now I can test it and see if we can actually use it.
Yeah, you need it.
to record
you-
messages?
I mean, you get to overwrite the message.
Yeah, that's why I want to make sure it was written down.
Yeah. Okay. So
Okay.
so Nomad's gonna sit down and do a transcript
Mm-hmm.
of the message on paper,
Mhm.
and put it in his bag, and then you're gonna erase it basically.
Yeah. I'm not sure how this thing works. I'm gonna test it to learn how it works, but I'm gonna.
Yeah, you fiddle around with it a bit, and yeah, you erase the message and it's ready to go.
Okay.
Yep.
So is this like look like it's got unlimited length on this thing, or?
No. It
Okay,
only
so-
has it has approximately like 10 minutes.
Yeah. Okay.
It's not infinite. Yeah. So you guys now you got all your goodies. You've hoarded all your your garbage now. All your tools and whatnot. You guys bed down for the night because it's getting pretty late and you guys are pretty tired now. And yeah, you all go to sleep in the sleeping
I
quarters.
did have one other thing that I wanted to do.
Oh, okay, sure.
Would I be able to look for anything that might help stop the war outside?
What would that be?
Anything that would be like an order or maybe like a control console type thing, or
Oh, a way to control them. Right.
Nope. They appear to be automatons, so they are. They
or
will
maybe
obey
something
orders
from their
of-
master that would make them be more willing to listen.
You don't know exactly what controls them. It might just be word of mouth, and they might only listen to him. It's possible that whoever has the gauntlet, might be able to control them. It's not clear at this point. There's no notation about that anywhere. They appear to have been built a long time ago, or at least other versions of them. So like, there's no notes on that anymore. That appears to happen even possibly before they even built this facility. They came with him possibly. Yeah, there's no notation on that, unfortunately. But if you note on the transcript, you will notice what his last command was to them.
Was to get ready for a war,
Hmm.
Okay.
which I made a mental note of earlier.
So, do we have the transcript with us?
Yep, Nomad has the transcript.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, I'm good with this.
Cool. So Marcus and Weaver do not have to technically sleep, but they do need to rest in sentry mode. However, Marcus will sleep anyways because he's a dum dum.
There's still a psychological need for it, yeah.
Well, I mean, he needs to
he's-
rest, but he doesn't actually fall asleep. Basically,
Oh, well, that's got to be torturous.
like he powers down most of his like functions, but he is still able to hear and see. But his
Talking about
brain
Weaver?
is
Kinda like
If
a
you want, I
dragon
can
with
figure out
his-
where it
oh.
says that and let you know.
it's called sentry mode, I believe, or something like that. And there are features and
So
traits.
Sentry's
if
rest.
somebody-
When you take a long
nobody can-
rest, you must spend at least 6 hours in an inactive, motionless state rather than sleeping. In this state,
Mhm.
you appear inert, but it doesn't render you unconscious, and you can see and hear as normal.
Right.
Nice.
So yeah, you kind of just sit there motionless, pretty much. Kind of creepy looking.
It means
We
that
have
something can't sneak
buds
up on
doing
him.
that.
Right. So you have a dedicated sentry to watch. You don't need to have like shifts basically to watch out for trouble. You have
That's
one
nice.
built in, which is pretty handy. Yeah, it's super handy.
I like how we
Uh,
accidentally have 2 sentries.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, Marcus is dumb though and gonna like close his eyes and trying to sleep though. He's not help at all.
You must teach
He
him what
hasn't-
it is to be a gosh dang robot.
Yeah.
He hasn't gotten to that page in the
In the handbook
Idiot's
yet.
Guide to Warforged or whatever. What
Oh,
was
yeah,
it
that's
Oh,
called?
what
you
I
gave him a
said, the
handbook. You gave him a
psychological
handbook,
need.
didn't you?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's right.
You
Yeah, he
guys
has a-
need-
War
But does he
Forged
know
in
how
you.
to read?
I think that's what it
Yeah.
was.
Yeah, work first. And you. Yeah. Yeah, he hasn't read it yet. Because he's.
101 things you wanted to know about Warforged, but were afraid to ask.
Warforged for dummies.
Okay, so you all
and
bed.
what about basket weaving books?
No.
No.
Mm.
Nope. They just had the tools, but he didn't appear to need books on the matter. He just had the
Okay.
skill already as it was. Yeah. So you guys bed down for the night, more or less, or equivalent of, and it gets to be about 1 or 2 a.m. It's none of you guys have. Well, I guess Nomad has a pocket watch, but I don't think anybody else has a form of keeping track of time. Correct?
No.
Unless anybody has the navigator's tools, because navigator tools includes a timekeeper, I think.
Oh, Weaver, do you have one of those?
I do not.
Well, it's not like we couldn't. I got one, but let me check. I think it meant to say you need to be in sunlight to be able to tell,
Oh, okay.
Oh,
because it's kind of like a nautical thing where you're always.
So it's a sundial, probably, right? I mean,
it grants you insight into charts and map. Sighting. By taking careful measurements, you can determine your position on a nautical chart and the time of day. Which, that
Okay.
totally sounds like I need access.
I
to
don't
the sun.
remember. I think
I have a pocket watch
naval
anyway, but
travel.
yeah. I mean, you can give it to him if you want. Otherwise, Weaver doesn't know what time of day it is, which is fine, probably. But I'll just let you know it's in
Yeah,
the
we
late evening. I'll say that.
We
It's in
didn't
the late
set an
evening.
alarm.
When Weaver, you hear. Actually, hold on. Give me a perception check for how much you hear.
Come on, 20. Wait, I was almost gonna roll persuasion. Perception. That's a different number. Where is it? Wait, why can't I find perception? Why am I blind?
It's in the P's.
Help! I'm
So-
I know. I'm looking. I see persuasion and oh, there it is.
Perception-
oh yeah,
Yeah, it's the performance. Yeah.
And, yeah.
Okay, you heard it earlier on. Good. Okay. Yeah, it's only around 1 a.m. or so, and you hear what appears to be some form of chanting coming from nearby, not out by the beachhead area, not that direction, but almost like it's coming from deeper inside of the workshop.
I suppose I should investigate this and grab Marcus.
Okay. Yeah, you poke Marcus, who was like, "Why? I'm trying to sleep here."
You don't sleep.
What? What?
Have you read the handbook?
No. I mean, I was going to, but like, it was so boring.
Okay. Page 53, Century's Rest. Read that right now, real quick.
Okay. All right. He reads the thing. He's like, "Oh, holy shit. Okay, that's pretty cool. I don't kind of just wasting my time then, just trying to like just fall asleep. All right. This is a weird lifestyle we got here. All right. So what we doing? What's happening?"
I heard something. Let's go check it out.
Okay. Roll investigation with advantage because you have Marcus.
Haha, good decisions.
Mhm. Rewards.
Haha, you woke up the wrong person for this. And I roll it again, right?
Uh-huh. And you get the higher number.
Haha,
Yeah.
I
Okay.
made up for it.
Yeah, 18. Okay. You locate behind some kind of piled up stuff. It's kind of a mess in this workshop in certain areas, and it's kind of a weird shaped building, so you didn't necessarily get to all of the areas to look around. You locate a kind of like a thick bank vault style door with a crank on the front of it and a multiple locks on it. However, it's not locked because it's ajar, and that is the direction that the chanting is coming from.
So it's coming from the direction of a jar? I
Yes,
I missed
word.
something, I think.
Yeah.
the
So
door
the
is
door is-
ajar.
Ajar, as in
It's not
AJAR, not there's no space in there. It is
When,
cracked
when
open.
it's a door, not a door. When it's a jar.
Jar.
Was I the only guy who understood the proper
I
use
missed
of
the
the
word
jar?
door.
All you heard was the jar.
There's a large bank vault style jar.
Yeah, sure.
There's money inside. It's a jar.
Okay.
It's like a piggy bank, but a jar.
So there's this slightly open door. Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Hey Marcus, do you think we should go in there and look, or should we wake people up?
I mean, I'm always in favor of like the coward's way of get everybody else to do it for me. So I mean, just being real right now, that sounds like a lot of people.
That's a good idea. Let's go back.
Okay, I'll poke the stone one, I guess. Oh, he weirds me out, man.
Wait. Is he asleep?
Yeah.
I have an important question.
Okay.
Hold on. Where... Okay. How long is his beard?
Nomad.
I don't know. I'm trying to remember what my. Give me a second.
Just roll a d20 and it's that many inches.
I mean, good.
Well, I'm only, but it can't be as tall as longer than I am, right?
It's
Could
only
be
a max of 20
Could
inches.
be.
You're fine.
I mean, it could be to the ground. I mean,
Oh,
you could also have it curl around, like you know, and tied up in a way so that it like doesn't hit the floor. So I mean,
no. Okay, so no, it's like a Santa Claus beard.
okay.
Yeah,
So
that means something different though, because you're gnome sized, not Santa sized.
Okay, so
wasn't it like 6 inches probably down?
did you know that Santa Claus was actually based on gnomes and Santa Claus was a gnome once? Did you know?
No.
Sorry, I'm sleeping.
You can't say that
Yeah,
thing.
it's about. Let's just say it's about.
Halfway down your little gnomey chest.
Yeah, whatever that works out to be. You know, it's like a 9 inches or something like that.
Let me consult the image.
Sure.
I think the one I drew is a few inches too short.
Well, I'm looking at my icon or whatever you call it, the picture that I've been using, the lawn gnome picture.
Yeah.
I haven't pulled up the app 20 in a while.
Okay, so it's like 9
I
inches.
might
We'll say.
need to
All right.
roll.
Why? What are you trying to do?
What are
Can
you
I-
doing? Yeah.
Can I tell if
Yeah.
he has any specific techniques that he uses while grooming, or...
As in basket weaving techniques?
Yeah. How do you? Let me look at his beard real quick. Where's his icon?
Every day he turns it into stone, and when it gets turned back, it's perfect.
I mean, it's well combed, and he has like some little like twisties on like one of the ends. That were really unruly. Yeah. I mean, I know what you're doing
Okay. The only thing of that question was I have a thing in my description added by
Yeah.
Trev.
here.
You have become an expert on the finer points of facial hair, including its growth, grooming, and styles. The fact that a Warforged cannot, in fact, grow facial hair has not deterred you, and you have taken every opportunity to study it in the wild, occasionally while the wearer is asleep.
Okay.
This is oddly specifically irrelevant to this right now. Yes.
Right, and while you hear the chanting in the background, which may be death,
Look, we
you're
know.
you're interested in the
We
beard.
suck here.
How many times have I rolled a 1 and then just followed a bird off to Narnia?
At least 5.
It's a fair point. It's a fair point. Quite a bit. Yeah.
Remind me, even though I don't already, remind me to never take off the mask.
Ah, yeah.
I mean, neither one of you are awake for this, so you guys don't know.
You don't know
That's
what's
right, we
happening.
don't know.
Yeah. But yeah. Anyways, what are you doing now?
I'll wake him up.
Okay. You wake up Finnegan and Nomad. And what are you doing?
So there was a door down there, kind of like a big vault door, and there were people chanting out of it. Marcus and I were going to go in there, but we decided it'd probably be better if we had everybody with us in case it was something dangerous.
Maybe it's a party.
It could be. I wonder if they have baskets.
Ooh, they might. I think we should go check it out.
How long would it take for Weaver to weave a basket?
Oof. Is he practiced?
He hasn't practiced yet, so I mean, the first time definitely probably would take longer than after that. Hold on.
Ow.
I'm gonna try and check something real quick. No, Google's not helpful. Sorry. I'm gonna
What,
say
how long to weave a
to
basket?
weave a basket, 8 hours. Is that too much? Probably too
That's
much.
Probably.
Depends on how big the basket is.
Yeah, probably that's true.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I don't know how long it takes. I personally
I
would
would say-
assume it would be like an hour thing, but
Only for your first time. Like
first time
a-
probably not.
yeah.
But
First time,
Yeah.
like most of the day probably.
never mind.
If you're gonna do it one sitting.
Yeah, I was gonna say that I would weave a basket to bring to the basket weaving party.
Oh, a small basket may
I mean,
take
there is a basket, by the way.
a small basket
yeah.
may take a day to weave, while some larger may take a weeks, and even larger
Oh.
could take a month or two.
Okay.
Okay,
So
good to
it's
know.
a very long process.
Well, 'cause I mean, there's like that little hand basket, and there's like the entire like the giant wicker basket you store stuff in, like long term, right?
Yeah,
Like-
give him 6 months, and he could give us the basket for a hot air balloon.
Right, there you go. But there is a small hand basket that was with the weaver's tools and whatnot that had
Mhm.
nothing in it. It was like 90% finished, probably. It looks like
Well-
a picnic basket.
I'll add that to my pouch and send
Okay.
that back to the land of over
Alright.
there.
Okay, add it to your list of stuff. I guess put it on the Google Docs then.
Yep, this will be the first thing going on the Google Docs because it's the first thing that I figured could. How do I do
Yep,
this?
okay.
Item.
Well, the crystals need to be go on that list, right?
No.
Oh no.
That's in his inventory because that actually gets tracked with a actual like in-game thing on D&D Beyond. There's like little check marks you can press and all that stuff. So
Mm. I thought that's why you did the Google Docs, was so you could keep track of how many of things you had and stuff.
I just did it. Honestly, I did it for you because you're gonna have a bunch of scrap. But now we have a different system, so not as
Oh.
useful. But it's useful for if you want to like see how much rope you have combined, because now all that stuff is together. So like now you don't just like have separate, quantities of rope, right? It's all like one thing you can pull. So it's not for a lot of things, but it's useful for certain things. All right. So what are you guys doing?
Well, I informed them, so
I just woke up.
All right. I just got interrupted. Okay, so I think we should go down and check it out and be real quiet and see what we can see. What do you think?
sounds good. Finnegan?
Yeah. Let me go first.
Okay.
All right.
That was an awkward pause.
Or like, yeah, I guess. Look at this numbnuts. Okay. Okay.
Shut up. I know what I'm doing.
All right. How you doing this? You throwing the door open and charging in? You being stealthy? What are you doing?
Yes, but much sneaks.
Much sneaks? All right. Everybody roll
Yeah,
stealth
he's-
check.
Hold on. Just as I don't know how finding stealth works, but anyone trying to check for me has disadvantage on seeing and hearing me.
Okay. So that's if they're going to contest your stealth number. Okay.
Yeah, so just to make
Disadvantage?
sure we don't skip
Okay.
over that. Let me actually roll though.
Good to know. Because the way that stealth works is they'll
I gotta-
they'll potentially roll a perception check against your stealth number and see if it works.
I only get a 5.
And then on top of that, I have a pretty good modifier for it.
Okay, well, you're 50-50. However,
Yeah, I don't have advantage, but they have
First.
disadvantage.
it is finished. Okay. That's sufficient for what's happening now. Okay, so you open the door and sneak inside, and this is clearly the largest room in the workshop, and this is like the largest room in the entire island for sure. And it has been custom made for a gigantic device that looks like a big old sundial, basically. And all around it, you see these elven-looking folk in plated armor with various aquatic creature limbs and features jutting out of them. These creatures appear to be hybrids that have been melded with the features of other creatures. There's around 20 of them.
Oh, great.
And they are the cause of the chanting. and I'm gonna do something for you guys real quick. I'm gonna do this, which hopefully
Ooh.
this is what y'all see. And you can find the description here.
Oh,
In the center, where the giant sundial structure is, there is also a large glowing purple crystal emanating dark energy.
I guess that's our crystal.
A hybrid elven woman appears to be hurling spells at the device and has been for quite some time. And she's also been using the large energy cannon. She's been firing away at that as well. She is standing on a column of water that is holding her up, and the crystal in the center appears to be protected by a magical barrier that is repelling the attacks at the moment. But you can tell that it's beginning to weaken and flicker. There is a camp set up in the back corner. So it appears that these people have been here for quite some time, perhaps several days or weeks. There is a magical light rain falling from the ceiling currently, and about 2 feet of standing water all around. And on the back, and on the back wall, in the middle, there is a mural of a Qilin, which, if you recall, is the symbol of Ames, aka the Resonator. That is the half horse, half dragon creature.
That's the good side, right?
That's the good side, yes. That's, so it appears, and this is the artificer's. It's attached to his workshop. So this is his place, and he has a mural of this creature on his back wall, which you find interesting.
But okay, the elves are shooting. Who's shooting at who? Again?
Okay. In the middle, there is a hybrid elven woman who is hurling spells and shooting this cannon at the crystal, which is encased in a magical barrier, and she has been weakening it. And around her are her horde, basically, and they're the ones that are currently chanting as she continues to destroy this thing, basically. And no, that's Dickory. Hold on, wrong channel. Here we go. This is what she looks like, and so she has.
Why am I not seeing anything?
Dungeons
It's
and
in
Dogs.
Discord.
Oh, there it is.
Discord.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, not F20.
I just
Yeah.
needed to scroll down.
Yeah. And these are her troops. And she looks quite powerful, and she's really the leader of the group, and she's hurling lots of spells and magic and whatnot, and a lot of it's like weather based and like water. She's like hitting with water, and she's hitting with lightning, and she's hitting with this energy gun that she got from the artificer and whatnot, and she's just wailing on this thing.
It's a dark crystal that you said it was.
It's a large purple crystal emanating dark energy.
Wow, that's tough.
Do we recognize that as a thing that we're after?
You haven't seen what you're after. You do know, via the notes you just heard, on the Vox, that the artificer was transporting a crystal, and this is probably it.
Yeah, Mike. Oh gosh. Sorry. My guess is that the artificer was on our team, and this lady is not.
Oh, look at all those happy people playing games. Maybe we should join them.
You didn't seem too enthusiastic.
All right, so you guys, you sneak out to the door, and you make your way to like the columns. Basically, there's 2 larger columns that you can like kind of hide behind. Finnegan.
Me.
Yes, you. Give me a charisma check.
Ah, charisma, my worst one. Yeah, just to make sure my mod.
Oh, not
Oh,
too bad.
that was you.
That was me.
I
was you.
lost. Big time.
Okay, hold on. I need to determine who's with who real quick. Okay, so you guys are gonna pair off 2 and 2. Who's going with Finnegan? All right, any of you
Us.
going? As he was in the lead. He was in the lead, right? Who's going in second, basically?
I will.
Oh, I see.
You okay? So as it stands now. Okay, so Finnegan is to the left of you, Weaver, and you see him change slightly, like his posture changes slightly, and
Wait, who's he?
Finnegan.
I'm
Finnegan
in fight
Fox?
mode.
Finnegan's.
I'm in punching mode. It's time to punch.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Yep. And he stands up and he begins, out of his crouch, and he begins to walk towards them, like ready to like punch some fools.
So he's going around Weaver.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'll stop him.
Okay.
I didn't hear what you said.
He's gonna try and stop you.
Hold on.
All right. Do a strength contest. After Diggory stops dying.
I have a 0 modifier on strength. I happen to know.
Everybody roll d20. Add your
I'm a
strength.
super robot.
Hey, Weaver, you win.
Oh, jeez.
A nat 20. Oh no, a modded 20 on a nat 1.
All right. He pushes right.
Can I
past
clarify that? What?
you. He
No,
pushes right past you.
Weaver's the one that got the
It's-
high
Oh no,
roll.
sorry. Oh, thank God. Oh,
Yeah,
thank God. Holy shit. This is about to get real bad real quick. Okay. Oh, I am regretting giving that to you, Finnegan. Okay. Yeah, but that's good. That's good. That's good. Yeah, so
you gotta roll us backwards. I was stopped by Weaver.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, he was just like, put your
I
hand on,
roll-
just like, bonk.
I rolled a 1. If I got through his 20 with my 1, we're gonna reevaluate who's in charge. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, you.
Mutiny.
Down with the DM.
Finnegan, you go towards you stand up and begin to like just like try and bum rush them, and Weaver just grabs you, and just like you're just like running like in thin air, like you're like lifted up off the ground, and you're just running still, and you're just like, wait, what? Oh, I'm not moving. Ah, crap. But you're still like ready to go.
Do we
Yeah.
understand do we understand why Finnegan
No.
is doing this? Is just Finnegan's personality or some
I
spell?
want to punch.
Okay.
Yeah, and like and Weaver has his hand over Finnegan's mouth as he's like being like, I want to punch, like just. Yeah.
Hmm.
So that's happening right now. There's you're a good distance away, and there's a bunch of noise being made right now from her attacks on the crystal, and there's chanting. So it's not heard, for sure, but it is concerning.
What's not her? The
Heard.
It's not heard.
heard.
oh. Okay.
Audible.
Finnegan is not
Okay,
audible.
Got
Okay.
it. Okay.
Yeah.
got it.
What are you guys
So,
doing?
Let's see.
I'm
So,
grappled.
Aside from Captain Puncho Pants over here, what does everybody think of this situation? It's a lot of people. I'm not sure I want to go fight
We've
them.
gone through almost 2 whole sessions. I haven't punched. Is all I'm saying.
I will punch you.
Maybe you will.
Do you know this person, Weaver?
Can I assume that I do, Mr. Dungeon Master?
Yep, that is Zagana Prime.
Wow.
But I don't know that yet.
Nope. Well, you can relay that, but yeah.
Hey guys, I'm pretty sure that's Sagana Prime over there.
And what do we think about her? I thought you were.
So far, I
thought
think potential ally. However, I'm not willing to have us all just walk out and find out. I would like to discuss with this person, but right now it's that's an army.
Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, she continues to just wail on this thing pretty much.
Because I'm a little confused because the log or the Vox said that concentrated direct beams of sunlight nullifies the effect of the crystal, but they're not. But there's something to do with this gun or whatever it is that she has.
It's The crystal is in a giant sundial that appears to have gears and whatnot, and there is a large roof that is just glass.
Oh,
it,
okay.
it appears that had been capturing the rays, tracking and capturing the rays of the sun to create a barrier around this crystal, which is now being broken by her, and it is nighttime, so there is no sun currently
Didn't
coming
you
in.
say that the barrier was to make it transportable?
Yeah.
So the barrier
Well,
would be a good thing, wouldn't it? Not
Mm-hmm.
something that would keep her from touching it.
It is protective.
It's both. I mean, it makes it safe to handle so that you don't get. You don't know. You don't know.
So
He just
that
said
you
safe,
don't
he
get
just said safe to
crystal-
handle. He just said safe to handle. He didn't say anything else. And so.
Well, I do see a rather particular mural back there.
But that would be, that's the artificer, the Gwen, whatever his name was, G-Man.
The mural is of a Chilin.
Yeah, the mural is Ames's
Mm-hmm.
dude.
But I'm saying that was put there by the person who created this, which is not her.
Yeah, but that might mean that he was on the same side as Ames, which would be our side, and this person seems to be against that.
Right,
So
which is the opposite of what you were thinking before, right?
I still think this person could be a potential ally. However, in this exact circumstance, maybe not.
So as you guys are talking, she begins to spray acid from her fingertips at this ball of light at the crystal.
Because isn't the idea we're supposed to destroy the crystals, which sounds like that's what she's doing. So maybe that's a good thing.
Well, she's hitting the barrier, not the crystal itself.
Okay.
Hey, I'm gonna I'm gonna check my modifiers. I'm gonna roll to break a grapple.
Okay.
Athletics or acrobatics, my choice.
Yep.
And according
And
to
then
this, terrible.
Weaver, make an athletics check.
Athletics is
Strength.
strength.
It's there's an athletics
Oh.
skill.
My bad.
It's the fourth
No,
one
it's
down.
the same
It
anyway.
uses strength. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, you know him. He just like he just like runs at you again and he just bounces off of you and he's like, nah.
Well, he was trying to break grapple, so I was still holding him.
He's holding him, yeah. But he's like trying to run
Okay.
past you and like butt past you and he just
I
like
am-
hits you and
I
just like
am-
doesn't move you.
I'm getting absolutely stopped by this freaking 5'8" manlet of a machine.
He's also like 450 pounds, so.
Don't worry about that part.
I think
Yeah.
I have a correction to that. I do. I'm only 275.
Okay, you have that. All right, all right.
It's still heavy, all right?
Still heavy, still super
Yeah.
heavy. Yeah, you're still a sumo compared to him.
We're
All right.
trying to see. We have to quit in like 5 minutes. We're trying to think, what can we do in 5 minutes? We're not going to
Hey.
attack all these guys.
Hey, Nomad, you have the ability to talk to people from a distance, right?
I do. I think I do. And hold on. I don't. Who do you want me to talk to?
The angry.
The what?
Hold on. Let me get the name.
He's holding the angry.
Zagana.
Oh, Zagana. Zagana. Okay.
I thought I was the angry.
But, okay. So yeah. I can do it at will. It doesn't even take a turn. So
Could you figure out what her intentions are and how they relate to ours?
is she within 120 feet?
Yep.
She is well within that, yes.
Okay. Once I do that, she'll know we're watching her.
Yeah. Unless you can charisma your way out of that.
I can't read her mind. I have to send a message, and she can
Yeah.
send a message back. So, what do you want me to ask her?
What are your intentions?
Okay, once I do that, she's gonna know we're here. Is that okay?
Yeah. Well.
Oh, I could do it to one of the. What about one of the
Little nerds?
the elves.
I imagine that if anybody knew, they would just shout it. So I
It's
don't
what?
know that it quite matters who we ask, but it would be best to ask the person in charge. We might get the most direct answer.
Well, what if she says, well, who is that? And let's go destroy them. We're in a fight now.
Well,
Okay,
we run.
True, we could do that. Okay. You think that's Marcus? Hey, Marcus. Marcus.
Sorry. That's me, right? Sorry. I was like, yeah, Marcus.
Marcus.
Yeah. What's up?
What do you think? What do you think we're gonna? What do you think if I send her a message? What do you think about that?
I mean, she doesn't look particularly nice. I mean, she's kind of got an angry face on right now, and she's kind of just wailing on that thing. And I kind of don't want her to just turn around and be like, what? And then just shoot me in the face with a fireball. But
Typically you're pretty chipping, but yeah,
yeah, if you want a smooth talker, feel free. Feel free. I'll be back over here.
The other idea would be, here's another idea, is just one of us, Weaver, you might have the best connection with this person, goes out and we hide, and you actually go and talk to her.
Okay.
That's another possibility. I don't know. What do you think is better?
I'll give it a try if you want.
Sure. I'm just thinking if there's some other thing we can try, but I just can't think of anything. I mean, I don't think detecting magic or anything like that, identifying what she's doing. I think we kind of know what she's doing. She's trying to break the thing that's protecting the crystal. Do we know what these crystals even do?
Nope.
That's what I thought. Oh, if I detect magic on that crystal? Oh, I think I have to touch it. Never mind. Never mind. Didn't want to do that. Okay. Okay, sure. Go. Why don't you try that, Weaver? What do you think? Oh, you're gonna have to let go of what's his face.
Yeah, you're currently holding back Finnegan right now.
He's a little held up. Unless you want to walk up and have a conversation with me in your arm.
I
I'm
can't
just holding an angry toddler. Don't look at him.
You need to time that, okay?
Just nail him to the wall real quick.
Nail him with a.
By his clothes.
Putting me to sleep is not entirely outside of the question.
It'd probably be kind of difficult.
Yeah.
Surprise check! Oh!
Are you doing that against Weaver?
I mean, he's the only one grappling me, yeah.
Well,
also, I don't know if this is even an appropriate time to break.
Or are you doing the other check?
I'm not doing the other check. Although I should have. Wait, hold on. You're right. I should do
that first. That first.
I should do that check. That's charisma, right? Okay, I failed that check.
Hold on. No, you didn't.
Oh!
Wait, hold on. What's your modifier? What's your charisma modifier?
My modifier is -1. The one I'm trying to break is
No, what's your charisma modifier?
My charisma modifier is -1.
Oh, okay, you fail. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Man, he failed. He gets a 2, man.
Now I need to try. Now I need to try to break grapple again.
Okay.
There. Oh, same number.
Strength check, Weaver.
Hey guys, my time's about up here.
I know.
So.
I guess we'll finish this roll and see where we end. Okay.
Weaver got you still. All right. So
Man.
Weaver.
All 3 times it's been. Oh wait, no. It was 2019.
Right. So Weaver, you're thinking about going up and talking to her, but you have this angry toddler in your arms.
I'm taller than he is.
True. You have this angry man in your arms. You can't figure out what he's doing or why he's doing it, and you can't aim to get him to calm down. So your plans are kind of on hold until you get under control. Meanwhile, Zagana conjures. She takes both hands and she puts them towards the ground and she pulls up really fast, and spikes shoot out of the earth and hit the barrier from both sides and smash it. And it shatters, and all of the little peons cheer. And she reaches in and
I'm gonna let go, Weaver,
touch-
or let go.
okay.
Let go of myself. Let go of Finnegan.
Your arms pop off, and I'm gonna use them as clubs.
Okay. And she's reaching toward the crystal. Anybody gonna do anything?
Yeah, I have to by default. I must punch.
All right, you let go of Finnegan.
Yep.
Okay, Finnegan. Shit. I have so many regrets.
We don't have any clue what's going on here. I mean, in terms
Nope.
of the.
Okay,
We don't even know if
so
she's friend or foe.
I won't have you bother with initiative because this is gonna end real quick for you.
I'm gonna die again.
You run out, just full force.
I mean, if it's up to me, I'm going for her. She seems like the best to punch.
And what are you doing while you run up? Are you saying something? What are you doing?
That seems like a bad idea. No, I'm just gonna run up and punch.
Okay, so you're just silently running, basically, right?
Yeah, as quiet as I can be. I don't know.
I'm regretting my decision.
You're in 2 feet of water, so you're splashing. You're
Well,
running.
there's two types of glory, and I'm not sure which I'm headed for.
And
Oh my.
it's very loud right now in the room because there's cheering and like.
Let me
stomping.
try my break check again. No, I failed.
Break.
Yeah, no, you're screwed, man. You're screwed. And yeah, so okay, so you move at half speed though, because this is 2 feet of water. So you're moving pretty slowly.
15 feet a turn.
Yeah. Roll a. No, I already hold on. I'm gonna. Okay. They do not notice you yet. They don't hear you, especially.
You need to roll disadvantage for every single one.
I do. You're right, actually. That's a good
Alright.
call. Literally.
Before things happen, can I use Sanctuary while he's still in range?
Okay. I'll use it as your reaction, basically, as he passes by you.
What is sanctuary?
I don't know.
You ward a creature within range against attack until the spell ends. Any creature who targets the warded creature with an attack or harmful spell must first make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the creature must choose a new target or lose the attack. or spell. The spell doesn't protect the warded creature from area effects such as explosions or fireballs.
Oh, sweet Jesus. Okay.
So
Okay.
they need to roll like 3 times to see if they even are aware of, or twice to see if they're aware of me, and another time to see if they do anything about it. Maybe.
And I'm gonna send. I want to send a message to Finnegan too. So.
Okay, well, you can do that while this is happening. That's fine. He's running past. He rewind a little bit. He's running past. He ran past Weaver. Weaver moves his hand out and casts something on him, and he begins to glow a little bit with holy light. What are you doing, Nomad? As you see Finnegan just run like.
I'm messaging him, and I'm saying you're gonna die if you do this.
And what do you message back, Finnegan?
And I'm gonna say, come back.
What? Is that how you message back? It's a laugh.
That's an important question, Trevor. Do I message back?
Yes.
So you,
yes,
yeah,
do.
you have the capability through my spell.
Yes, you do. What do you say?
They're too late for that.
Come back, come back.
Unless he wants to offer me one last charisma saving throw.
Nope.
Then yeah, I have to rush in as part of my nature. I want to punch.
Yeah. And shoot. All right, man. You're sanctuary. Okay, so yeah, you get about halfway to the group, and she grabs the crystal, and she screams, and dark energy shoots out of her eyes and hands, and then she begins to maniacally laugh, and
I feel more vindicated in punching her now.
she opens up the energy gun she was using, and there's a little slot in it, and she drops the crystal inside, and she aims it at the back wall, and she fires, and the entire wall disintegrates, and she and her horde pour out of the back as Finnegan slowly chases after them and isn't noticed by them at all.
No!
Phew.
I'm gonna start yelling now, but we should call it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And she says, come on, boys, back to the ship. We have some hunting to do. And she leads her crew out, and you see, parked outside, there is a deep ship waiting for them. And a deep ship
That sounds like a submarine to me.
It's a submarine, basically. Yeah. It doesn't look like a submarine, but it's an underwater ship that has like propellers and stuff like that. And they board their ship and they leave. Unless you guys are gonna go stop them or something.
I mean, yeah, I'm totally going to be shouting now.
Okay, you're shouting now. And
Roll to intimidate.
And
I don't. that's my intimidation roll.
Okay,
and when I get a chance, I want to cast sleep on this sucker.
They have disadvantage. Ah!
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't seem like it matters.
Yeah, 'cause you're shouting, so you're not being stealthy. Okay, so
The words weren't vague though. They by default have disadvantage.
yeah, I know they still notice you even with advantage.
They seem like the type to not care and to leave, and not get me murdered again.
Okay, so yeah, she sees you, Finnegan, just like screaming like a madman and chasing after, and she just like, what the hell? Who is this schmuck? And she just she turns
this
around.
madman trudging through water slowly.
Yeah, just slowly just chasing after you. You're just like, this is like a crazy person. And she waves her hand, and then she frowns because they didn't seem to do anything. And then she waves it again, and she dispels Sanctuary. And then she points at you, and she casts. Where is it? Hold person on you, and
that sounds convenient.
and do a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw. That where is it? There it is. I got 11.
You fail.
I am held.
You are paralyzed. So you're running through this water, and then you just go stiff as a board, and you just fall directly into the water.
Hey, my head's under the water.
Your head's underwater currently, yes. And she kind of just like laughs, it kind of tickles herself, and is like, sucker. And then she gets in her ship and leaves. Is someone gonna save Finnegan from drowning?
Yes.
I want to send my servant to do it.
Your what?
I have a unseen servant
Okay.
spell.
Can he lift?
Yeah.
Can he lift a 200-pound
no.
muscles man?
Yeah, he does not have the weight carrying capacity to do that. I believe it's like 20 pounds or less.
Well, I could get his head above water, couldn't I?
Weaver already said he's gonna come get me.
I would say
okay.
probably not.
All right.
Also,
fine.
I believe I'm stiff as a board. You'd have to lift my whole weight.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. He's full paralyzed.
Okay.
Okay, so Weaver, yeah, I mean the ship's leaving, so it's not a big deal probably. Yeah, so Weaver, you run up and you grab him and you pull him back and you get him onto some solid ground. Yeah, he's paralyzed for a while. How long is this for? This is for
Definitely
12 years.
Oh, it's only like it's a minute. Yeah, it's just a minute.
Oh, okay.
Long enough for all these elf things to leave.
And yeah, that is it. You watch the ship sink into the water and sail away with with the crystal in hand. Is gonna.
Okay.
And there's a giant hole in this building. Because her gun is tremendously powerful now.
All right. I think this was what do they call it in Star Trek? The Kanabi situation or something, where it was there's no way we could have done anything about this.
Yeah, yeah.
That's not stopping me from trying.
Yeah.
Right.
That sounds like you're gonna do what? Oh shit.
Uh-huh.
This was an unwinnable situation. Well,
Right.
that's not true. I mean, you guys be creative potentially, but yeah.
Yeah.
There wasn't a lot of time.
I could have rolled a lot better than I have been.
True.
Yeah, but you got some
That-
explaining to do probably to people.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that part.
Yeah.
All right, I gotta go, guys.
Yep.
All right,
Is that
see
all
ya.
right? Is this